So far Kashmiri people, they have been asking for more autonomy, and we have been suppressing that by sending more and more military. The dialogue which was earlier partly going on has been replaced by only pellet guns. So at the moment in Kashmir, all the democratic voices have been crushed, suppressed. Major leaders are house arrested, and Article 144, this is operative. So in this condition, one doesn't know how will Kashmiri people respond. It's unlikely that they will take it in a very welcoming way, because so far their major demand is that they want more autonomy. Now with abolition of Article 370, Article 35A, it goes against what Kashmiri people had been talking so far. So of course extra military has been sent to quieten the people, and there are also efforts to take it to the Supreme Court. Matter may be taken to Supreme Court, whether this is legal or not legal, all those matters will come. But I think what would have been better was to win the trust of Kashmiri people and then to bring these changes. That might have been a better option rather than imposing things on the people. BJP is following the agenda of RSS Hindutva. Now Hindutva agenda has many components. One of the three major components which they try to define Hindutva agenda is total merger of Kashmir with India, Article 370, 35A abolition, part of that, then Uniform Civil Code and construction of Ram Temple. So BJP somehow wanted to follow it, and in the last 5 years of rule, they were trying to experiment with local PDP alliance. They tried to do, and even that did not work. They tried to say that we are demonetizing to control militancy in Kashmir. That also did not work. So finally, through the presidential ordinance, they want to do a process which normally should have gone on through the process of discussion, dialogue, debate in the people, in people's fora, in assembly, in parliament. That's what should have been the process. But obviously BJP doesn't much care about democratic processes in that sense. So this type of a thing they are trying to bring in. Kashmir that way many a times is also presented as a Hindu-Muslim issue, unfortunately. Kashmir is also related to bit with policy towards Pakistan, and Pakistan is presented to be sort of a mirror of Indian Muslims. That's how they try to project. So that's why they are more keen on having these things in Kashmir, while similar provisions of not permitted to buy the land in many northeast states, Himachal Pradesh and other places, hilly areas, they persist. But Kashmir is a special focus because this government is keen to try to sort of have a opinion, build an opinion which makes it politically strong in a communal way. With this formation of the new parliament, Congress has been the only party which is trying to take on BJP in some, because there is no other major voices. Left does make more noise, sometimes some other people make them, but Congress has consistently opposed. So Ghulam Nabi Azad is not individual, he is speaking as a Congress party. And at the moment Rahul Gandhi is not the leader of the opposition in that sense. So it is not necessary that Rahul speaks on every topic. But Congress has consistently and very strongly opposed what BJP did. If you hear Ghulam Nabi Azad's speech, which is again a part of the Congress speaking, so it is very strong, and they have strongly opposed what government is doing. Even P. Chidambaram also opposed this. So that means that it is a unified voice of Congress which is coming up to oppose the move of the BJP. Congress that way is not a very ideologically homogeneous party. There are many people in the Congress who are not ideologically secular or believing in diverse plural values, etc., who are there for the sake of power or who, etc. So it is not very easy. Some of them do keep leaving the power because of various things. Like 1948, 49, 50, that time when the issue was there. So that time United Nations has also recommended plebiscite. But now 60 years down the line, how much valid that is, one doesn't know. Theoretically, Kashmiri people had been given the right to decide their own opinion, but again there was a condition that Pakistan should vacate its aggression. There was a condition that Indian army should be reduced and plebiscite should be taking place under the supervision of United Nations. So these were the conditions for the plebiscite. So now 60 years down the line, 70 years down the line, I don't know how much valid that is. Now with this forcible thing, if Article 370 is abolished, 35A is abolished, then obviously the equations will change. UN anyway is not a very effective body currently. In 1940s and 50s, UN was an effective body. But from last many decades, UN is practically a silent spectator to what America is doing. UN has been reduced to a sort of a small desk in the United States Foreign Office. It is not much powerful at the moment. Now see, it all depends mainly on the attitude of Pakistan, America and partly China. At the moment, America doesn't seem to be so much interfering directly, because America has also the problem it wants to withdraw its armies from Afghanistan. So one doesn't know. One will have to wait and watch as to what will be the attitude of Pakistan, China, America, because Kashmir's border is, contiguous with many of these countries. So I think there is a need to have a dialogue with them. There is a need to settle it very peacefully as far as possible. Trump has his own problem of withdrawing his army from Afghanistan. So they want to patch up with Pakistan slightly. And Pakistan at the moment is not in a very good shape, economically, militarily. We just project it as a fear in India, but I don't think Pakistan is in a very strong shape in any way at the moment. So that may be the calculation of Indian rulers at the moment.